send twice as many to the penitentiary that I now send. And what I would like to recommend to the community is for ethical education, or whatever you want to call it, be instilled in our public schools, beginning at the first grade right through high school, because it's something that has to be taught. You have to be taught ethics or principles of conduct, and you can't learn it unless someone's there to teach it to you.
One might argue that's not the school system's job.
Well, perhaps it's not, but someone has to assume the responsibility, and apparently many of the parents are not assuming that responsibility, and many of the churches are not. And the school is the only place that's funded by the public that could do it.
Better the school's job than the jail's job, because one of them is going to have to teach it.
Dr. Anson, from your research, are offenders these days younger? Is there evidence to bear out that they're not getting this kind of education?
There's a wide variety, a large bulk of research evidence that shows not only are they younger, but they're committing much more violent offenses.
This crime prevention system is the only one in the state. Crime prevention is a non-subject in most areas, and this is what's given the city and the county a problem. Is if crime prevention is such a good idea, why isn't somebody else trying it?
Why haven't more counties in the state decided to try it with, if your success rate is as you say it is?
Probation was placed under the Department of Corrections in 1972, and for the succeeding 4 years after that change, Georgia's need for prison space increased by 1,000% per annum. The Board of Corrections Board and the National Institute of Corrections both say that crime rates in communities are not the concern of corrections. And so crime prevention becomes nobody's job. As you mentioned, some would say the schools shouldn't teach it. The prisons say crime in communities are not their concern. They run the prisons and probation. So whose concern is it? Basically, it is a concern of the judges and the police.
I really think that the ultimate answer is to involve the judges on a day-to-day basis in sponsoring a crime prevention system in every county.
Is that practical?
Well, certainly I think it is. We do it. I don't see why someone else can't do it. And it can be done on very little money. And the results are just amazing at how much money it would save ultimately the state and the county.
Speaking of results, I read in the Atlanta paper how Albany wasn't doing so good, but Albany is doing better than Atlanta. Our crime went up 15% and theirs went up 17%.
Mr. MacDougald, on that we're going to have to end. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us on Insight.